Hey everyone, Cahlen here, and today's the 4th of July, so I was thinking about American history and all that type of stuff, and I was reminded of the fact that growing up, I was always told that I was related to Robert E. Lee. So Robert E. Lee was a general in the Confederacy of the American Civil War back in the 1800s. Also, the Lee family has a lot more history than just that. Most people just know about Robert E. Lee, but there's a lot of different Lees who have different histories which relate to the founding of the United States. In fact, I think there was like a dozen other presidents before George Washington. I don't know if you knew that, but basically before we were in the United States, we had the Articles of Confederation, and we actually had several presidents, and one of the Lees was one of those people. Also, I think there were 2 Lees who signed the Declaration of Independence. And also, I think the woman who married Robert E. Lee was related to George Washington in some way. So anyways, supposedly my ancestry is related to that and entangled that in some way. I've never actually sat down, looked at the family tree and figured all of that out, but I mean, basically we're always told growing up that was what was going on with our family tree. They apparently hired someone to look into it, and it's not like a direct link, but we are definitely related by blood, and that's where the family name comes from. So anyways, I was always a little bit skeptical, but later on in my life, someone got in touch with me through some I don't remember what it was. There's those websites where people like to figure out their lineage and to figure out all the family trees, and while they're doing that, they're figuring out other people's family trees because they need to figure those things out to figure out their own. And one of these people got in touch with me and basically said, hey, I've done all the research and I basically confirmed that you are related to the Lees in a specific way. But again, I wasn't really all that interested, and it's not really that important to me, but I just thought, it's kind of like this interesting tidbit I always thought, and so I just figured I'd share that with you guys. Maybe some of you guys think that's interesting. One of the main reasons I think it's interesting was growing up that they always had the men in my family tend to have a prominent nose. I don't know if you've noticed. A lot of people think I'm Jewish because of my nose, but actually I'm Irish. And if you look at some pictures of Robert E. Lee, we used to have a picture up of Robert E. Lee up at my aunt's house on the fridge. Robert E. Lee with kind of a side profile, and then they had this picture of me with kind of a side profile up right next to it. So anyways, it's always funny to me when people think I'm Jewish because I have a big nose. I think my nose is quite handsome. What do you think? Anyways, I wanted to make a video today. I didn't really have much to talk about. I don't feel really especially inspired the last few days to get fired up about something, but I thought maybe you guys would enjoy a little factoid about Cahlen. So anyways, there you go, factoid about Cahlen. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider sharing it. If you'd like to help me out in a more substantial way, you can learn how to do so at cahlen.org/gift. And if you'd like to have a one-on-one conversation with me, whether publicly or privately, you can learn how to do so at cahlen.org/one-on-one. Thanks again for watching.